Jedel Gaming, and it's thread, but nothing. Oh, so the clicking is working, but show it. Let's see what we can do. There will be a screw. So somewhere here. Yes.
Alright, so what can we see here? This is what is inside in most of the mice. The big wheel, that one is the scroll wheel. It have a separate optoelectronic sensor. And you can see two LED lights. And the camera. And the cable. So how does it work? You can remove the wheel. But that one, as it turning, basically is on a little photo gate, a little light is coming through. On the other hand is a sensor, if the light is coming through or not. From that one, you can figure out if you're turning the wheel. On the bottom is a little bit trickier. There is a little camera sitting there, just like in your mobile phone. This is a very basic camera, but it's watching the surface under the mice. That's the one. We have a little prism and we have two LED lights. One
That is just the top light, and that one.
LED light is an RGB LED light. That's just for fancy things. It's not important to make it work. But where we put back this prism, there is another LED light, and that should be working. It should be sending down light under the sensor. Otherwise, the mice can see only, dark. Just like when you cover your camera lens. It needs light to make it work. Now some mice use infrared, so special LEDs, but we can't see the light, or laser, but this one is a very simple one. And that LED is just not working. This could be a soldering issue. This basically is a brand new mice. It's only worked for 2 weeks, so. From the 4 cable, what you can see, 2 is power and 2 is data line. If you can see the LED light, at least one of them is powering up, then you know the power is going through, at least for that LED. And if the computer is recognize something is plugged in, and when you pull out is making this fancy Windows sound, then you know the data line is working. But this other LED, which is on the bottom, that one can be turned on or off with that IC in the middle. Some mice working with like energy saving mode, so it's turning off these lights, and this have a gyro sensor inside which should wake up the mice if you move it. That one is mostly coming with mice which working from battery, not with wired one sometimes, but 90% with battery, because obviously you don't wanna use the battery all the time. This way they can push up to 1 year to use with AAA battery, which is amazing. So first my wife is gonna check all the soldering, because if you buy something from China, in most cases the problem is a crack soldering. They just, you know, they working for pennies, so everybody in hurry, and they just going through, and they leave the customers to test the devices. Now, even if it's an infrared sensor, the second one, we should see some light there. But it's nothing, it's just the reflection from the RGB light. So one side of the LED is 2.1 volt. Nope, still not responding. 4.9. So basically, between the two legs on the LED, if it's a difference on the voltage, then the power should go through. It doesn't matter, it's 2.1 and 4.9 or 0 and the other side is 2. The main point is have a difference between the two legs, anode and cathode. Now on the bottom, next to the not working LED, there is a little resistor. Which this doesn't looks like it's good. So we're gonna replace this one as well. On these resistors you can see color codes, and with that one you can figure out what are we looking for. If you don't know the color codes, just make a Google search resistor color code and you get a calculator. Basically you just choose the colors and it's gonna give you that is a 47 ohm resistor or a 1 kilo ohm or something else. Now every mice use slightly different resistors, but you can figure out yours. Nope. It's still not working. It's the same voltage. Now if you check a resistor when it's on the PCB and it's soldered in, so it's in circuit, sometimes you get a different value. What does it show? But if you take it out, you can double check. And maybe you get actually the exactly same value what it should be. So the resistor wasn't the issue. Alright, so let's replace that LED. We have a few on stock. They're not strong, they're not special, but probably it's gonna do the job. The new LED have to sit in a 90 degrees to face to the prism, so the light can go under the camera. It doesn't have to be exact 90 degrees, just, you know, like when you're front of a car. You don't have to be exactly front of it. When they turn on the bright light, you can see the light. Definitely. If you face the legs, push down one way and another way, it's not gonna fall out when it's upside down. It's gonna hold until you solder, and after you can cut the extra. Double check the two legs is not touching each other, and after we are good to go. Let's see. So the new LED lights is give off shiny, bright, white light. And when we test with the finger, it gives some movement on the cursor. So maybe it's time to put it together and test it. Now repairing this mice is not about cost. In the warehouse we get these mice for maybe £2, £3, something. The point is, if you have something and you have an extra 10 minutes and you can fix it, then why not? First of all, it's not going to the wasteland. Second of, if you want to test a computer or anything and we need a mice, I'm rather using this one than something that I just open up and I have to dispose the package and everything. So it's not just about saving $3 or for a customer thank you. It's about principles. If you put back the scroll wheel, it's only going in one way. Now be honest, what kind of technology when they made a mouse with these LEDs and it's only worked for 1 week? Anytime you buy a Chinese product, I know it's harder and harder to buy something else, but it's just pathetic. If it's not working from the beginning, I got it. It's faulty. But if it's burn out after a week, that's just sad. Okay. It's working. Nice and bright. And definitely sensitive. Let's switch to the other screen. Nice. Alright, that's it folks. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe. See you next time.